I got the chance to talk to James Wong a few years ago, and he was talking about your casting. And he said that he at first, didn't think you could do it because he'd just seen American Pie. You were Stifler, and he was like, "Can he be a dork?" And it sounds like you had to convince him of that. Do you remember how you convinced to win that part?
I think I was just being myself. I was like, dude, I'm such a dork. It didn't take long. I think
Right.
at first, like, you're right. You remembered because it was the same producers as American Pie that did Final Destination, and I think you're right. They probably saw that character like, doesn't seem like Billy Hitchcock. And then he probably spent 2 minutes with me. He's like, he's good. He's good. He's a dork. Definitely a dork. You're hired, buddy.
The scene where you get decapitated is really fun, and he sort of broke that down for us. What do you remember about that? Having like a plaster head made and all that. What was that experience of having yourself decapitated on film?
Oh, the plaster head thing? Like, I did not like that at all. Like, because they said like people can freak out, right? I'm sure people have heard about it and read about it. You can go on YouTube and see like they do this whole thing. They wrap your head. You can't hear. You can't I don't think you could hear. You can't breathe. I had a full panic attack. Oh, and then I was like freaking out. And then they said, I didn't want to say the actor's name, but they're like, you're doing better than this guy. And I was like, oh, all right. Then I kind of settled into it a little bit because I was like, I got to do better than that guy.
Right.
But the other thing too is that I've told this story a couple times actually. You can do what you want with it, but I just remembered it when the movie came out. My older brother was in Minnesota and watching it in theaters. And when my head got cut off, he had a full freak out and like threw his popcorn everywhere. Like, I found out about this because he told my mom, and he ran up the aisle and went to the bathroom. He was like throwing up, freaking out. Calls my mom. He's like, Seann, okay? Seann, okay? My mom's like, yeah, it's fine. She's like, he just got his head cut off. My mom was like, it's a movie. And when my mom told me this, I'm like, what a weirdo. And I intentionally didn't get back to him for a long time just to mess with him. And finally I talked to him. I'm like, dude, it's just a movie. What are you talking about?
What is this?
Yeah.
I feel like you should have mailed him your plaster head in a box, like, and just like he opened it up. Oh. There you are.
If I had it, I would have for sure. Just, yeah.
What's in the box? Right.
Yeah, exactly.